YAHAWASHI Barakatah YAHAWASHI Barakatah Yahawah Barakatah Yahawah Barakatah YAHAWASHI.
This is why the genocide in Congo, the apartheid in South Africa, and exploitation of Africa as a whole is linked with Israel. Israel's largest export is diamond.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up. Israel's largest export is diamonds? One thing we should all be in the habit of doing a little more often is using this little supercomputer you have in your hand to double check crazy things when you hear them on the internet. Because we both know that there are no diamond mines in Israel. So I looked it up. And now we both know that, yeah, holy shit. Israel's biggest export are diamonds, even though they don't have any diamonds. Better stop this video before I say something anti-Semitic.
Right now, under California law, purchasing a child for sex is a misdemeanor crime. Republican State Senator Shannon Grove wants to change that and have it classified as a felony. As a misdemeanor right now, buyers can spend a maximum of 1 year behind bars plus a $10,000 fine. Grove's proposal, SB 1414, proposes to increase the punishment to a felony with up to 4 years in prison. She also proposes to have these buyers register as sex offenders for 10 years. Senator Grove says this will build off of her work from last year when state lawmakers changed the law to consider child sex trafficking a serious felony in California. This bill is supported by both Democrats and Republicans.
A lot of the survivors or lived experienced experts were saying, you gotta go after the buyer, it's just a misdemeanor. And I thought, there is no way if you buy, I thought they were mistaken.
Opponents of this measure include several criminal justice reform groups, including the Californians for Safety and Justice, Ella Baker Center for Human Rights, and the California Public Defenders Association. That association, in its opposition, has said that current law already addresses the issue. It also said, in part, this bill punishes some defendants more harshly, felony punishment and sex offender registration, even when those persons do not have the intent to have sex with a minor. Similar proposals have been blocked at the state capitol since 2014, according to legislative documents. We'll see what happens with this version of the bill when it has its first hearing next week. Reporting at the state capitol, Ashley Zavala, KCRA 3 News.
The Senate Public Safety Committee will hear that bill Tuesday morning.
Now you're not gonna tell me this ain't crazy. Look at these two that's getting interviewed on CNN. And then look at the two that's getting interviewed on Fox. Watch. It's the same two. It's the same two. Get out of here. It's the same two people. Wow. I'm glad I recorded that.
Israel has ordered the immediate shutdown of Al Jazeera's local offices in the country. This comes amid months of tensions between the Qatar-based broadcaster and the hardline government of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Netanyahu came out today and alleged that the broadcaster was a mouthpiece for Hamas, those militants that launched that October 7th attack that killed 1,200 people and saw 250 others taken hostages in the Gaza Strip. Now, the channel, meanwhile, says that its reporting has been crucial in letting the world understand what's been going on in Gaza since the war began. An Israeli offensive there has killed over 34,000 Palestinians, and also hundreds more have been killed in the West Bank. The channel had been operating a live position in East Jerusalem at a hotel behind me, and also in the West Bank and in Gaza since the war began. The channel insists it's going to continue its work and is going to try to get this decision rescinded, but it's an extraordinary move that we haven't seen, according to experts, since the founding of Israel in 1948.
Whatever you're gonna have, the will always control you. everywhere you go in the world, who's running all the financial? Always. Started in Paro, Yosef, everyone. The are in charge of the world. Science, financial, politics, behind the presidents. Even now, everybody knows that all the campaign of Donald Trump is his son-in-law, the Kushner. I read it 3 different articles. He is the mastermind behind everything. He told him what to say, what not to say, how to react, things that he did in the end, that in the end worked out for him. And he is richer than him, don't get confused. He didn't marry him for his money. The family of his son-in-law are much wealthier than Donald Trump himself. Some people may think, oh, he married her because she, her father is the rich guy. No, 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 no. They're very, very wealthy. They give loans of tens of millions of dollars to people for real estate. They're funders.
Number 8, we will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. For years, Congress has required biometric entry-exit visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. The politicians are all talk, no action, never happens, never happens. Hillary Clinton, all talk. Unfortunately, when there is action, it's always the wrong decision. Do you ever notice? In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system. Number 9, we will turn off the jobs and benefits magnet. We will ensure that E-Verify is used to the fullest extent possible under existing law, and we will work with Congress to strengthen and expand its use across the country. Immigration law doesn't exist for the purpose of keeping criminals out. It exists to protect all aspects of American life: the work site, the welfare office, the education system, and everything else. That is why immigration limits are established in the first place. Number 10, we will reform legal immigration to serve the best interests of America and its workers, the forgotten people, workers. We're going to take care of our workers. And by the way, we're going to make great trade deals. We're going to renegotiate trade deals. We're going to bring our jobs back home. We're going to bring our jobs back home.
They have a lot of money, bli ayin hara. So, that's how Hashem made the world. Abarbanel, in his time in Spain, was running the show. Everywhere, the always ran the financial. Here in America,
too long. There was one more viral image going around, and this is the one everyone's been talking about. Is this, Dirk just pulled up on screen, stained mattress that was pulled out of the tunnel being carried by members of the synagogue. So there's a lot of crazy conspiracy theories. I don't want to go down any tasteless rabbit holes. But David, if you could, explain why was there a mattress in the tunnels and what is the stain? A lot of folks are wondering, is this stain feces?
No, it's not feces.
What
the
is
stain
it?
is blood, and basically we did rituals. I said that before. There were some rituals that we do in the tunnels, and sometimes the rituals might involve someone who recently died, and we'll bring them down there, and we're trying to do a ritual to bring back the Messiah, which is a Schneerson, if you heard about him on the news. So he died many years ago, but we have rituals that we believe we can bring him back. And so...
So how do these rituals
Was that the main guy who was sort of instructing on the tunnels?
Well, that was a long time. He's the head rabbi, and he's the guy that we look for direction.
Right, and the news was saying that he is potentially not passed on.
Right, that's right. So we don't know that, so we try to do rituals to try
To bring him back.
Correct, exactly.
So how do these? Can you explain the rituals and why does it involve a mattress?
I don't want to go to the details of the rituals, but basically we don't put the body on the floor. We put the body on
Right.
the mattress, and sometimes we might make an incision somewhere on the body, and a little bit of blood will come out. But I don't want to go into the details.
Yeah,
of that.
that's fair.
Well, you mentioned when we talked on the phone that you brought a book with you.
Yes.
Is this?
Yes, this is the type of book I bought, and this is the type of book that describes different types of rituals and things of that nature.
So how does that? Like, can you explain the book?
Well, it's too detailed to go through the book. You know, it's a detailed book, but I suggest if you have a chance and you want to get the book, you can read it.
The Book of Living and Dying.
Yes, the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying.
So where did you guys learn? You guys use this for the rituals?
We
Is this
use-
an ancient Judaism thing?
No,
or-
we use some different books, and this is one of the books.
So how did you learn of this though?
Again, through other members.
Okay. And you don't want to get into the ritual at all? Like, so you're laying someone, who are these bodies that you're putting on the mattress?
These are basically members of the synagogue who recently passed away.
Oh.
And
So they're dead.
Right, they're already dead.
Oh.
And
You missed that part, Tony?
I didn't know if there were people sacrificing their lives or
No,
something.
they're not sacrificing them. They died of natural causes or whatever.
Oh.
And before you bury them in a cemetery, you basically bring them down
Into the tunnel?
for a ritual. That's it. It's more like it's not something spoken about, okay? But you can understand, just like other religions or something. When someone dies, they might keep the body in a house for a
Yeah,
couple
you
days.
can do that. Yeah.
Same idea. So it would be no different than some other religion keeping a dead body in a house for a couple of days. They all have different rituals.
Yeah. So the incision you mentioned, can you describe what's that? The purpose of that?
Well, like I just said before, it's just a ritual, and the incision is just part of the ritual, and hoping to bring back the Messiah. You see, here's I brought some notes, and if you want to really go through it, so that's the book we use. That's the book to bring people from the afterlife. Okay, so if you believe in that, I don't know if you believe in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay, so if you believe in the afterlife, then fine. Then you believe that many years ago in Egypt there was a method to bring people back from the afterlife, and we're using that type of method. Okay, and the thing is, like, what do you call the ritual itself? Okay, is basically what we believe in is to bring that individual back, and we might read some verses from the book. You know, I'm speaking to you in general.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not,
Absolutely.
I'm not giving it to you exactly, but those are some of the notes I have. You know, we said every person that dies in a ritual, we try to bring him back, the Messiah. Okay, we know the body is soulless. We know it's, and so you
Once they
basically,
die, yeah.
right.
Do you shroud the body?
Do we shroud the body, like cover them up?
Yeah.
We'll cover them up, bringing them, like, yes, but won't be covered up entirely.
Fully. Oh,
Correct, exactly. So that's it. So the blood, like I said, see in my notes here, so the blood's from the incision made in a mattress, and we hope that the Messiah's spirit will come into that. That's what we hope for. Okay, we believe, like you said, you even brought it up, and you know that Schneerson was the Messiah, and we believe in him. He died many years ago, but you said he might be alive, which is possible. And if he's dead, we try to bring him back. If he's alive, let it be.
So Dirk pulled up here on screen a wiki article kind of explaining how a sect of Judaism, of the synagogue you go to, they actually believe Schneerson did not die, quote. So is it possible?
Right, some believe that. Here's the whole thing. Remember, within the synagogue, within the members, not everyone has the same exact belief.
Right.
Okay, so there is different levels of Judaism, and there are different levels of Christianity, and there are different levels of everything. So not everyone is considered like when you say Jewish. There are some very religious Jews, and some moderate Jews, so forth, and so not everyone has the same exact belief. Some believe that he's dead. Some believe he's alive.
Right.
So you're trying to bring him back with this ritual. Some believe he is back. Does that mean the ritual worked?
For those that believe that he came back, then it worked for them.
Wow.
Yeah.
For those that didn't believe, it didn't work for them.
Well, that's pretty amazing then. So you guys might have brought back the Messiah on earth. He's living, the Messiah?
Anything is a possibility.